The next piece I'm doing is Underdog by Liliana Moreau from 2005, and she's an Italian artist. And it was originally set up for the Emmy Fontana Gallery in Milan, where the artist is from. The specific location of work where I saw it was in the War Room of the National Gallery of Modern Art in Rome, Italy. The medium of the work is bronze sculptures. It's a sculpture group. The period of work is contemporary, and the historical relevance is that the sculptural group recalls the tradition of classical sculpture and, above all, the idea of narration through sculpture. The subjects, however, unlike the classical references, are not heroes, historical figures, or like mythological creatures as they normally would be in narrative pieces, but they are just simply animals. And this work is important because the dogs are used as a metaphor for man, leading the viewer to ponder about the meaning of conflict, oppression, and death, as the pieces are staged in one scene, yet through a spread of emotion and perspective, hence its place in the war room. The defining characteristics of this work is that it seems to be defined by a composition of 5 Argentinian dogos. One is separated from the pack, seemingly attracted, yet because he has like his nose pointed up, smelling with his muzzle, but he's just merely observing the brawl in front of him, regardless of this attraction. The other one, not engaged in the fighting, is laying on the floor, either knocked down or possibly dead. The third, that is not involved in fighting, is displaying its sharp teeth towards the sky, most likely barking up at the sky, as the last two attack each other in the back, biting each other's necks. The historical contributions of the artist, the most notable, are that in 1989, together with other artists, Moro founded the Spazio di Via Lazzaro Palazzi in Milan, which then closed in 1993, as well as displaying her work in a number of other collections throughout the years. My personal observation was that the separation between the pack, so there was one here, and then there was the door, and then the rest of the pack, so you're forced to walk through it and then become involved in the pack, or at least for a moment have to look from both sides and see both perspectives of it and become one with it for at least a moment. And I chose this work because of that, because it felt interactive, being a sculptural group that you are encouraged to walk around in it, and that's not really something you find a lot. It's normally you have to like stay away from it, but the artist has also spoken and said that she wants you to crouch down, she wants you to like get beside it and actually like become one with it, which I thought was really cool and interesting. And how it compares to other works from the period, which is like more modern, more recent art, is the maintenance of the classical influence. Like if you looked at it, you could have told me it was much older than 2005 and would have believed you. And then, like I just mentioned, the use of space to engage the viewer, that's, at least that I've noticed, that's very rarely seen outside like performative pieces, like ones that aren't actively like being shown. Like if it's a like stagnant piece, it's very rarely interactive like that. And one of the fun facts is that all the dogs are actually life size.